Luke and have that. What's your divisional round for the Packers, Rams, and Saints Bucks, Lucas?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Saints Bucks first. These are two teams I don't know too much about. I'm just gonna go based on
Seeding?
The Saints swept the Bucks in the regular season this year by a lot.
I was gonna go with the Saints either way because they're historically
really...
within the past 7 years or however long I've been following.
Luke
football,
buys into that history stuff big time.
Have been better, so I'm gonna go. It's important, bro. Like especially for Lamar, that's gonna be.
It informs betting.
Point. Yeah, it also informs.
Yeah.
It's super important. If you know you're a bad playoff player, that's gonna stay in the back of your mind while you're playing.
Bro, it's hard to beat teams 3 times though, bro, in a season. Dude.
Yeah, especially when you especially when you have a freaking mutt team on offense, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro. My mom always says it's hard to beat teams 3 times, and it's been proven over and over that it is.
Okay. So. Mom's always right, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Mom.
Mom. Oh my god. You told her to come here?
Input on this.
You told her to come here?
Yes, please.
Oh,
I said please, so it's polite.
Can you bring your sister as well,
she's in
here.
DC.
Luke, what the heck, man?
Dude.
I just want you, mother. What? So, we're talking about how...
Hey.
Hi, Mrs. Milestone.
She can't hear you.
Hello.
No,
hi.
She can't hear you with the headphones on.
No. So what about the teams?
We'll pull them out. So, you know how it's so difficult for you always say it's so hard for teams to beat this one team 3 times in a season.
It is.
So can you elaborate on that?
Mr. Milestone.
Hi, Mr. Milestone.
To the people.
Hey.
To these people right there.
Well, what have you already discussed?
You're in the podcast, Cindy. You're in the podcast.
But what have you already discussed?
I don't know why they can't hear you, but they can't. But anyway.
We can hear
then
you.
I will sign it to you, Sherman.
What? It was the whole fun to bring you over here and then you talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't hear me.
we can hear you.
They can hear you, but they can't hear you. But you can't hear them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're good.
Yes.
So why is it hard to beat a team 3 times?
Exactly.
Because the teams get very good at knowing the other things about the opposing team.
Exactly.
So it's a lot easier to win twice. In fact, it's easier to win twice in a row.
There you go.
And you go for the 3rd, and it's not easy to do. Who's doing this?
It's the Saints. We're in our player prediction thing. We had the Saints. Luke does have the Saints winning 3 times against a team that they played in the division twice, and they already beat them twice. So the 3rd time. I'm not saying he's wrong, but it's
how bad they
I don't know how bad they.
Yeah,
the second time it was really bad. Yeah, the second time it was by like a few scores, but the first time I think they lost by like 10 or something.
I do have a comment on that though, but she doesn't need to hear to hear. No. Okay. We can do it when she leaves.
Oh, I think she said great job.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. There you go. There you have it.
That's some great input.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say to that is that these are professional teams, so obviously they're not going to just game plans change. No matter if you've never played a team, or you've played a team 3 times, game plans change for offense and defense. So I think that aspect of like winning 3 times doesn't really apply to like a professional sport, more like a collegiate or less professional sport.
Well, okay. All right. Well, to that point, Luke, like game plans change, right? Like it's a week-to-week league. Everyone says it. Like what teams are known for is probably like the underlying thing that connects pretty much the entire season in terms of game plan, correct? But when you face a team twice, you have to be able to innovate more. You have to be able to innovate from what you did the first time in order to stand a chance to beat them again the second time, right? So that first game, they were playing it very basic. They played week 1, I believe. And, like Sheridan said, I think it was a 10-point differential. But that second time that they beat him, it was 38-3. Now, the thing is that you can innovate from game 1 to game 2, but that to go from game 2 to game 3 without rehashing any of the stuff that you already did from game 1 or game 2 is increasingly difficult. So then there's always going to be some form of repetition, right? And that's what ends up killing drives, and that's what ends up killing teams teams that are very, very familiar with each other. Now, point case being the Seahawks and 49ers from last year. So,
yeah,
good
facts.
point.
So, Lucas, you want to stick with the Saints?
Of course.
My mom watches this podcast. Wow.
Well, I'm not going to change my opinion.
Good thing she's not coming to LA, bro.
Hey, wait. One thing you never took into consideration, Mr. History Boy. What about the Saints choking in the playoffs?
I did take that into consideration.
Okay.
I said that they've had such struggles in playoffs recently. I think they're 0-3 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They've struggled greatly in playoffs. I said that like when I was first starting out with the Saints.
Okay. All right. Packers Rams.
Go ahead and
say it, bro. Go ahead and say it, bro.
This is where it gets a little confusing for me, like mentally and emotionally.
Go ahead and say it, bro.
Listen.
Go for it, bro.
Mentally and emotionally. I'm not
Don't
a
worry,
Rams
I'll
fan.
back you up. I'll back you up, bro. Don't worry.
I'm not a Rams fan, and I'm not a Packers fan either. I'm like an Angels fan.
Wow.
So
wow. Thank you.
So this whole Rams Packers game is going to be difficult for the Rams.
You don't say? Against the one seed's going to be a difficult game, huh?
Unless they get Jared Goff back, which they most likely will. The second week, his finger's probably healed if it hasn't healed by Saturday. So I'm going to go Rams over Packers.
Whoa. All right,
defense
Poppy.
wins championships. I don't know anything about the Packers. I don't know if they have a good defense, but I know the Rams do have a good defense.
Rams have the number
one. So I'm
defense.
going with Rams. Yes.
The Rams defense. The Rams are such an overrated team. They're literal garbage, dude. The Niners beat them twice.
And they had one hand tied behind their back the entire game.
And the Jets. I think the Jets not beat the Rams also? I think the Jets also beat the Rams.
Yeah, the Niners arguably played two of their best games of the season against the Rams.
Luke games, I'm just saying. All right. Those are my predictions.
Darsh, Bucks. What's your divisional round predictions for the NFC?
You know, I almost want Washington to beat the Bucks so that the Packers face the Bucks. But the only reason why I want the Packers to face the Bucks is that in the event that the Packers make it to the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl, everyone's going to come back to this and be
playing the Bucks though.
No, I'm saying hypothetically in the situation in which Washington beats the Bucks and then they face the Packers and assuming everything else is the same. So I want the Packers to face Washington, but I don't think that's possible. They're most likely going to face the Bucks, and that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in the event that the Packers face Washington and then make it all the way to the Super Bowl and then win the Super Bowl, everyone's going to come back to this game and be like, well, the Packers never faced the Bucks, right? So the only reason why I want the Packers face the Bucks is that so that when they eventually beat the Bucks, which they don't exactly have history on their side to do, especially with regards to the season, no one could say that the Packers didn't run the gauntlet, that they didn't go through Brady's team, they didn't go through Bree's team or Russell's team or so on and so forth. I'm going to go with the Packers on this one. And I think it's going to be a very, very tight game, as we have seen from earlier this season. Essentially, you have the Packers have the better offense, which is crazy to say because, like Helen mentioned a little bit earlier, the Bucks literally have a mutt team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they've got all-stars on all-stars on all-stars, like fantastic players all across the board on offense. But the Packers, just because of the sheer number of points they've been able to put up, they have better offense. But the Buccaneers actually have the better defense. And I'm just hoping that Rodgers and company can put up more points than the Bucks. That's it.
That's the name of the game.
That's all I got.
That's the name of the game.
I'm not uber confident that the Packers would be able to beat the Bucks, but I believe they can.
Yes, sir. All right.
With like a slim margin, like 3 points, maybe a point, whatever. Yeah. Saints Hawks. I'm gonna go with. I honestly want to go with the Hawks.
All right.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a snazzy NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I think the
Hawks, a rematch, bro.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are gonna beat the Saints purely because they're. I think it's just the fact that they're gonna have the firepower to just outlast the Saints defense, because obviously throughout the course of a game, defense wears on, and hopefully, the Seahawks can, find that run game to kind of counter, to kind of like provide good balance to that offense, especially since obviously, DK's had a terrific year, and then obviously, DK, yeah, he's had a terrific year, and then obviously when you're not covering DK, you got to worry about Tyler Moore or Tyler Lockett, but when you're not worried about those guys, you still have David Moore coming up.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Somehow, I think some way, I think the Hawks are going to win, and I think this is obviously going to be another one of those games where Russ just plays like crap for three quarters, and then just absolutely lights up the scoreboard in the fourth. So.
Yep. We saw that firsthand on Sunday. 6 points all game, and then all of a sudden drop a 20 spot in the fourth quarter. It's like, oh yeah, baby.
Oh, that was tough. I was watching the box score of that game.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. It's whatever. It is what it is. But Sheridan.
Well, this is a difficult one not for the Packers and Bears. I'm picking the Packers on this one. I think they'll beat the Bears, even though the whole 3 times a charm thing that we spoke about before. I think the Packers they'll choke in the NFC Championship, but they'll make it through to the divisional round. So
thanks, Cher. Thanks, Cher.
You're welcome. Anyway, and then I also have the Bucks beating the Hawks in this. So it'd be Packers and Bucks, just like Darsh wanted. And so
I didn't want the Packers Bucks for the NFC Championship game wouldn't be bad. It'd be kind of like a rehash of like last year when the Packers faced the Niners in the regular season, just put up a fat donut, and then they faced the Niners in the NFC Championship game and they put up even more of a donut. It'd be like that all over again. Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Let's call it that.
Daddy.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
I love it. I freaking love it. Okay. I do. The Packers got to get that revenge game against the Bucks, because that was how many picks did Aaron throw against the Bucks that game?
2.
Yeah, and he only threw 5 all season. That's wild. Okay, I'm pretty sure up until that game, didn't he not throw any picks?
Yeah, that was like week 5.
Wow, that's insane.
So then he threw 2. So
I'm gonna say divisional games are what?
Always different, bro.
Always different, baby. Oh, the Bears get by the Packers. What? No.
Yep. Third time's the charm, They choked the first time, choked the second time. Third time's the charm.
Mama milestone method with the third.
There we go.
Let's
My mom will like that.
Mm-hmm. And then everybody, we're gonna have Alex.
Oh my God!
Alex Smith is getting his revenge game.
I don't think he's going to be playing, bro. He's going to get injured the first snap of the first game.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that,
dude?
Bro, he's
awful.
Luke, what the heck, man?
What in the hell is wrong with you, Luke?
Guys, relax. He's not even playing in the first game. He's not even going to take a snap.
Bro, wow.
So we're going to have Antonio Gibson running all over that Hawks porous defense. And that's how it's going to be. We're going to have this classic Bears football team NFC Championship game, baby.
All right. Man.
Would that
the Rex Grossman Bowl, bro.
I'm taking my money to the window right now. I'm turning it in. I'm betting some big time cash. I would win some. I guarantee you no one else in the world has this, unless you're a Bears or team fan. But that's how I'm seeing the Bears getting by the Packers, team getting by the Seagulls. And now, so for